This is the Blackview BV9900 Pro 2 months after I reviewed it. Is it still worth it? So before I unlock the phone, yes, it does have a notification LED over here at the top, which proves that no matter how thin your bezels are, there's always room for a notification LED. The phone is made of this shockproof material and this really rugged feeling rubber back, which has held up nicely despite me dropping this phone multiple times and even shooting it over the course of 2 months. We have a side-mounted fingerprint sensor. This is not our power button. Our power button is right over here, right next to it. You can unlock just like that. And the fingerprint sensor is very fast, very reliable. So using the phone, really no problems. I also have face unlock, which is just as fast, if not faster. It's just the design. I mean, it's a pretty ugly design. I know Ulefone came out with a phone. Ulefone has a similar phone called the Ulefone Armor 9, which also has 8 gigs of RAM, Helio P90, thermal camera, same build, same everything. Very similar specs. The only thing I saw different was its design. It's way more bezel-less. Like, we have way less of a chin. Our teardrop design looks better. I have a picture of it over here, and as you can see, looks way better, right? But these phones are both very similar. So at the end of the day, it's up to you which brand you're most loyal to, Ulefone or Blackview. The display is very nice, but for those of you who are used to OLED, you're gonna notice the difference right away. But for you LCD fans, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. We have a full HD panel over here. The quality is nice, viewing angle is nice. And you know, for these rugged kind phones, pretty rare. And has the weight bothered me over the course of the 2 months of using this phone? Now, I'll admit, I didn't use it like for 2 months straight, but I did use it for a few days, and you know, it's not really the weight, but rather the width that it's a bit of getting used. The phone feels premium in the hand, so it's kind of fun to hold. It feels like this could kill a man if you just bash his head with it, but other than that, I mean, very rugged phone. Like, and it's also drop proof, as it'll prove right now. That sounded bad, but the phone is alright. I could keep dropping it, but you know, I don't really want to break this phone, and even though most chances are it's not going to break, I don't want to take any chances because I'm not rich. I have to pay for all my phones. I don't get them sent by company, so gotta be careful. So yeah, the speaker is decent, and I've viewed multiple videos on this phone. It's very pleasant. So as you can see, the experience is very fast. I mean, you've guys seen my review, you know the speaker's good. So for daily use, this phone is great. It's held up, you know, there's no major bugs, no major glitches. As for call quality, the call quality is fine. The other end always heard me nice and loud. I could hear the other end fine as well. So this is a great multimedia entertainment device. Like if you're like a construction worker, or you're doing like, or you have a job that you're around water, or you're prone to injury, you know, falling, you know. We even get decent cameras for the first time with Blackview, so you know, selfie. There we go, and I was not disappointed with this camera. Every time I needed to take a picture of something, the camera was nice and reliable, meaning the quality was fine. I mean, normally with these Chinese phones, the quality sucks so much that the picture is basically unusable. But with this, pictures turn out good enough. Sure, we don't get as many features as with our flagship, but we do get a portrait mode. And face cute, which is basically just another beauty mode. I don't really like these. And yeah. Now this is running the Android 10 update. When I got this phone, it was on Android 9. And despite Android 10 being launched, I did not get any OTA whatsoever. So I had to contact the Blackview seller on AliExpress, and at first he was telling me, you really shouldn't download it, it's an unstable version, you're gonna have bugs, all that. And I kept arguing with him, and then he kept insisting that this Android version was so bad and terrible. I had to tell him that I was a YouTuber, and this was for the purpose of a review. And he finally agreed to send me the firmware, and I flashed it through SP Flash Tools. And this firmware, I mean, it's perfectly fine. I don't know what it was talking about. I haven't noticed any glitch or anything bad whatsoever. So if you're wondering, I did daily use this phone with that update that he claimed was so bad. So about phone, as you can see, we do have that Android 10. And everything works fine. I don't know what it was on about. However, ever since downloading that update, I have not gotten an OTA since. As you can see, I am up to date. That's my firmware information if you're interested in seeing that. I might need to flash a different kind of firmware in order for me to get OTA. I have no idea. I'll have to ask the seller. If you have questions regarding that, just ask me in the comments. I'll just answer you there. I probably have an answer by then. And, you know, I'm not really a construction kind of guy, but I am intrigued by these phones, especially the fact that we have an infrared camera. If you want the infrared camera, you type my FLIR. Of course, this is Nova launcher. If you're using the stock launcher, it's gonna show up on the homepage, so my FLIR. This is actually the company that provides the infrared camera for Blackview. I'm gonna take a picture of my camera and my light to show you guys that it does indeed work still. I never found an actual use for it yet, but that's because, you know, I'm not a construction man. Battery life has been amazing, even though we don't get like a monster battery size, like 8,000, 10,000 milliamp hours. The battery size is around 4,000 milliamp hours, 4,400 something. Doesn't matter. The point is, battery life is great. The phone lasts me a full day. If I were to use this phone in medium usage, the battery would last even 2 days, 2 to 3 days. So for those of you who are saying that MediaTek's optimization is bad, it's terrible, it's not. MediaTek processors have gone a long way and they're fast, efficient. This chip is even better than the Exynos 990 in terms of efficiency though. So think about that. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So should you still get this phone? I mean, if you want to get this phone in particular, rest assured that it's gonna last you for a long time. I know this phone has served me well, but you know, with new phones coming out every day, the question is this still the ultimate rugged phone? I mean, there's the Yule phone that I showed you a while back, which looks better in terms of design at least, and there's more phones on the way as well. I know Blackview is making a 5G version of this phone, but nonetheless, if you were to pick this up, then you wouldn't be disappointed. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.